We're coming back to the Hamza Khan show. I think that is the intro that we're gonna go with. Um, Another crazy week of wrestling, especially coming back off the last week on Friday, SmackDown, where Drew McIntyre had won the WWE Championship, which was a crazy match. Talked about it in the last video, but obviously off the back of that, we've had SmackDown this week, which was I think very anticipated for a lot of people. A lot of people were very interested to see what was gonna happen, what was Drew gonna say, what was Cody gonna say, and how the Fatal Four Way is gonna kind of work itself out. All those effects on SmackDown is the reason why it was so anticipated. Obviously, you had the all the live events up towards the actual SmackDown, and then obviously the live reactions of the European or obviously English fans in attendance as well, just being loud as ever. Um, I think, probably best thing to start off with is gonna be Drew McIntyre. Um, Comes out finally. He is the WWE Championship champion in front of live fans, as he's always wanted and he's always kind of wished for, and it's finally came, and it's finally been, I don't want to say like successful, but he's finally got there to that point where he's constantly striving for. Um, Came out. The way Drew McIntyre operates as a heel is very good. He pandered to the crowd, with the crowd obviously cheering for the not the hometown guy, but essentially home Drew McIntyre, and then as he's pandering to the crowd, who are obviously on his side, he then takes it back to actually a good heelish kind of thing to say would be, sure, you're cheering me now, but where were you beforehand when I got screwed over? You didn't say anything then. You didn't say anything when when Roman Reigns was involved in my matches, when CM Punk was involved in my matches, when Cody Rhodes was um, getting involved with the referees, apparently. Obviously, is manipulated to tell the truth from Drew McIntyre's side, but he doesn't actually show the truth of what we see watching. And in some cases, it kind of was the case where Drew did get screwed over, and he got screwed over multiple times. And I think that's the reason why, on this point, it was the reason why Drew McIntyre ended up winning. Came out, he did his thing, introducing himself as that WWE champion, and then straight away Randy Orton comes out and confronts him. Very good. I think having Randy Orton back in the main event picture is the way to go. Having him down, doing like tag team matches, which he's been doing for quite a while, where he's just helping out people while he's helping out Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens when he was there, as well as Cody Rhodes as well. So him finally being a bit more selfish, being that bit of a apex predator, that snake, makes sense, and I think it is something that we all want to see going forward. So obviously Randy Orton came out, confronted Drew McIntyre, which shortly after Jacob Fatu. I don't know what's wrong with this Jacob Fatu. He's lost his head. He's just attacking everybody. He's chasing down Drew McIntyre. He's chasing down Kit Wilson. He's chasing down Cody Rhodes. He doesn't know who kicked his teeth out. Maybe Nick Aldis needs to do something, man. I don't know. I know he takes his time finding out what happens and looking at security footage and those sorts of things. But he needs to do something. He needs to step in and figure out who was the person that attacked Jacob Fatu, because Drew McIntyre is saying he wasn't the one, and I think he is telling the truth. I don't think he was the one who attacked Jacob Fatu. My guess is you've got a couple of options. You've got Sami Zayn is an option. I don't know how they work it together, but I think the more obvious option it is Randy Orton. If we're gonna have selfish Randy, you kind of want Randy to kind of actually doing that or 09 kind of bald headed Randy kind of behavior, which at the time was really hated, obviously because he was doing despicable stuff, but it is something that everybody wants to see. I feel that that is a bit of a tough area where you've got a heel which does cool stuff. So you don't want the crowds to cheer them, but when they're doing the cool stuff, it's kind of you got no choice to cheer them because of how the cool stuff they're doing, and I think that is going to be the case for Randy when he does turn heel eventually. But obviously, Drew McIntyre goes back. We have The Miz come out versus Randy Orton. Now we're getting into the qualifiers for that fatal four-way Saturday night's main event. I'm not sure who I predicted for it to be, but the people that have been selected, I think it will make sense. You've got Sami Zayn, you've got Randy Orton beating The Miz, you have um, Trick Williams, and then Damian Priest beating Solo Sokoba, of course, because of the White Six interference. So those are your four going into Saturday night's main event. Throughout the show, I really like the fact that Drew McIntyre was making an appearance. He was speaking to people. He was speaking to Sami. He was confronted by Ilya. It it really brought the focus to Drew McIntyre, and it kind of it. What I'm not sure what the word is, but kind of um, I think that confirms that kind of thing of whoever has the championship, everybody's after that person. Um, so that was very interesting to see how that kind of all those matches took place. I think that makes sense. It was a bit predictable who was going to win all of the matches. I think the the one that most people were unsure of was the Ilya versus Sami Zayn, whether you were going to push Sami Zayn to lose. But I think it makes more sense for Sami Zayn to get to the qualifiers. if he lose if he loses now, it's less significant than if he loses at the qualifiers or even at Saudi Arabia. You still get to that point where if you do want to turn Sami Zayn heel, you still have that opportunity to do that, and you've got the catalyst of all those points. I think losing to Ilya again, it wouldn't. Not only would it be less significant because it makes Sammy look um, weak, but also it's is not as memorable as if it was Saudi Arabia where he loses there or he loses at the Saturday night's main event. But I think from that, based on who are in the Fatal Four Way match and how Drew McIntyre kind of operated throughout the show, I think it is going to be Sami Zayn. You don't say I've beaten you 11 times and you haven't beaten me without a reason. So I think that is the reason why I'm going to be choosing Sami Zayn to be the actual one who not beats Drew McIntyre, but actually faces Drew McIntyre at Saudi Arabia at the Royal Rumble. I think makes sense more storyline as well. You've got his hometown in Canada, and then hometown kind of like hero in Saudi Arabia as well. He's really beloved there. So having a beloved guy going against this heelish guy and this horrible guy, despicable guy in Drew McIntyre, it really works hand in hand for both of them. So I think that is the person who makes the most sense. You've got storylines for Trick Williams. You've got storylines for Damian Priest. And then you've got Randy Orton, who could, even though I do want him in that main event picture, um, he can do other things. And if it is the case that he is the one that attacked Jacob Fatu, we can have Randy on the Jacob Fatu side dealing with that, so then he doesn't lose anything when he doesn't lose anything if he ends up kind of um, not winning that fatal four way. And I think they want Randy Orton in that Royal Rumble match, and that frees him up to be in that Royal Rumble match. Um, Especially since Cena had a big year last year, let's give Randy Orton a bigger year this year. Would make sense. Um, Off that, you had the crash out of, no, I wouldn't say crash out, but the press conference or the kind of promo from Cody Rhodes. Um, I find it interesting that Cody Rhodes just accepted that contract, which Drew McIntyre got to pick the stipulation, got to pick where, got to pick that if he lost, if he won, there would be no rematch. Cody Rhodes is kind of, he's a bit dumb signing that contract. I don't know why he did that and not read it, but that's how a champion, well, former champion. Um, Lots of boos for him, which I felt like it was a bit unfair, especially last year. He's definitely developed so much as a character, and I think people are missing missing the point of what's happening, and they kind of jump into that point. Let's boo this guy. If we boo this guy, maybe he will turn heel. I think that's what people may be thinking, and I don't think Cody Rhodes is heel because in that promo he acknowledged it, but then also he was able to instantly bring the crowd back with just saying, "Oh, we should have a WrestleMania in England," and that just brought it straight back. And the way he does that is so effective and really, really interesting way he does it. So I really like that how he kind of approached the booze. You didn't really know what to go off. I think the momentum of Berlin. Um, was it Berlin where Drew McIntyre won? It was in Germany or something. From Germany to England, the momentum of people being on the side of Drew McIntyre has kind of blown over to this show as well. Um, I like what they're doing with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu now versus Cody Rhodes. I think that is gonna be a bit of a. It makes sense for Cody. I'm not sure what's happening with Jacob Fatu, why he is on en route for Cody Rhodes, because he did technically screw over Cody. So I see why Cody's mad, but that's why he would call him out. But now he's just rushing in as he usually does, and he's gonna moonsault here. So hopefully next week we get a bit of, before we have the match at Saturday night's main event, we actually get some sort of explanation of um, who Jacob Fatu is currently and what kind of mission going he is on going forwards. Because just having him just go out there, attack Cody Rhodes, attack other people, cool and everything, but I want more from him. Off that, we had. Sorry, I've got a bit of a headache. Oh, sorry for the cut there. But that's what happened on SmackDown. Really interesting show. I really enjoyed it. I think the 3 hour show is the way to go. So many more matches, so many more storylines, and the way they're doing it is really, really good. Off that, obviously, we had Monday Night Raw. Yeah, the crash out of Braun Breaker, where he went off one, and Adam Pearce has messed up. He's got he's going against the biggest manipulator, the biggest kind of snake in Paul Heyman, and of course, Adam Pearce did touch Braun Breaker first, but obviously Braun Breaker was disrespecting him and was trying to kill Penta and Dragon Lee as well. He was trying to kill them. So I understand why Adam Pearce did that. Uh, but Braun Breaker also went off, and I think the reason why they've suspended him is so that when he does come out in the Royal Rumble, it's so much more of a bigger kind of event and feel, especially with the sirens and his theme song. It kind of goes hand in hand. For, let's say, the suspension kind of retains itself, we go into actually um, the Royal Rumble with the anticipation of Bron Breakker, because Bron Breakker is a candidate for people who are saying that he should be winning the Royal Rumble. I'm not too sure currently who should win. I kind of just, I want to see who's the champion when we get to the Royal Rumble. I think that will kind of make my decision on who's gonna actually win the Royal Rumble. More than likely, it is gonna be someone on the Raw end, um, rather than SmackDown. I feel, but you never know. You never know who could win that match. You've obviously other things on Monday Night Raw. You had um, the the thing that I've been wanting for quite a while for CM Punk. We've moved on from the vision for a little while, and now we can tell stories with some other people. We had the confrontation between Finn Balor and CM Punk, which was really, really good. It brought all that aura, all that feel back to Finn Balor, and it's brought so much um, anticipation for the match in Belfast for Finn Balor versus CM Punk. I think it's kind of a given that CM Punk will be able to defeat Finn Balor, but hopefully we're able to see such a kind of I hope I'm really hope for a really insane kind of match, because that is a dream match for a lot of people going years back. Imagine if Finn Balor was versus CM Punk, and now we're finally getting it all these years later for the WWE Championship, World Championship. So there's so much kind of extra riding on this match, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it kind of plays out, especially with Finn Balor saying that there will be no Judgment Day getting involved. And if that is the case, where no Judgment Day is going to get involved, um, he did say we, and maybe I think a lot of people are predicting we could potentially see a demon Finn Balor appear at Belfast, which could be very, very, very cool, and very, so is a character that has been missed for a while, especially with Finn Balor doing his own thing currently. So having the demon there is gonna feel very extra and very, very, very cool. That's all I can really say with that. You had the main thing that people kind of talked about was AJ Styles versus Gunther. A lot of people were anticipating this match, and it was really, really good match. The IQ of AJ Styles throughout the match and the story they built with the leg of Gunther, constantly attacking that leg, and then that worked hand in hand with AJ Styles using the calf crusher to kind of force this arrogant person in Gunther to tap out, and with all the moves and everything that AJ Styles did to attack that leg, cause that pain and cause that pushing Gunther to that point, it eventually did work where he was able to get Gunther to tap. But obviously, with Gunther being such a horrible, horrible wrestler in terms of his personality, all he's wanting is the win. All he's wanting is the win. So the fact that he was able to tap, the ref couldn't see it, it's just horrible. And then obviously AJ loses the hold, which as a veteran as AJ he shouldn't have done, but he did though, because it was a clear tap. We could all see it once they moved the camera angle, but it's the referee's decision that matters. And a lot of the times these rules will like the referee's decision matters, but then they'll have like a rematch, and those are the hope that that doesn't isn't the case. And we go into Monday Night Raw with Gunther gloating against AJ Styles, pushing AJ Styles. Little AJ, I was still able to be, I outsmarted you. And that just builds on the character of Gunther. But lots of things to look forward to going forward next week. Um, Man United. I haven't talked about Man United in quite a while, just because it has been depressing. Carrick is now in charge of the club, and he has, I think he drew the first match, and then now he was able to win against Manchester City. I think that happens quite a lot. Whenever we have like these interim managers, they're able to get big wins, and then straight away all those pundits in Sky Sports and BT and all, give him the contract, bro. You won one match, it happens. We should be winning those matches. Doesn't matter who the manager is. It's silly. It's silly what they how they kind of deal with Man United and how they talk about Man United and Man United itself. It just makes you want to cry sometimes. Um, I haven't done this in quite a while, but I was able to source a One Piece pack, the OP14 packs. So took a lot of scavenging for this, especially with how expensive One Piece has become the past couple of months, and all the scalpers and everything. So you're paying premium prices, and I was able to get these one for retail price, which was still quite a lot. But if you want the pack, you kind of have to buy it. Um, let's get this ripped open. And it's English as well. I think the last few has been quite a lot of Japanese ones. So this one's gonna be a bit of an English one. Hopefully able to get something nice. You've got Oink Chink. You got Wada Sumi. You got Julie Bonnet coming. You got Salamander. We got Victoria Cinderi through the bulk. You got Porsche. You've got I Heard the Sound of a Woman's Teardrop. And then we've got Gecko Moria leader card. And then the event Brickbat. You've got Delhi Jinder. And then final card. I think there's one more. You got Mr. One. And then you've got Gecko Moria SR. Very nice, you know. It made sense with all the people in the pack that we'd have Gecko Mori at the end. I do have two more. Um, I think I'll open one more. So that's the next pack. Or do I open all three of them? It'd be annoying if I don't get if I got nothing. That'd be very vexing. Hopefully that's not the case. Your Vista. You've got Killer. Your Buffalo. Your Johnny. 47. You've got Bird of Neptune, I think. You got People. You have got Crescent Cutlass. Eh, you've got Kurobi. Your Usopp. Your Trollball. You've got Miss Valentine. And then the last part, we've got Patrona. We might as well just open the last one, you know. Get rid of it. If I don't open it now, I'll just open it when I get home. So you might as well just open it now. Because the look's not in currently. This car is fine. Your Oars. Your Shiru. Your Spider Mice. You got that bitch. You got Hitokiri Kamazo. Your Skilled Neptune. You are Bullet Spring. You are Pika. You got Chewy. You got that woman. You got Money. Rare. And the last card, we've got Boa Hancock. Which is rare. So the look was it in? The look's in it. Is it in? The look is it in? The car has started to cry now. Let's turn that off. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if it was good, leave a dislike if it was bad, and peace.